Welcome back. And to shed more light on this topic, I'm so delighted to be accompanied over the phone by Mr. Ramzy Khoury, the Jordanian journalist. Good evening.
Good evening, Khoury.
Well, sir, of course, we've seen lately the escalations that are still going on in the Gaza Strip and lots of part of Gaza. How do you see that? Like, how do you comment on that? Though that we were so happy with the latest truce and we were on the way to the reconstruction conference.
There was never really a truce implemented by the Israeli side. The truce was fully implemented by the Palestinian side, but the Israelis, from day one, have continued the carnage. They are killing Palestinians on a daily basis. Since the declaration of the truce until today, only this morning we had Israel kill 2 women who were nowhere near the so-called yellow line, the self-declared border of Israel that it shifts and moves. These people were not even close to it, and Israel still killed them. And therefore Israel has accepted a truce, but did not implement it, which is typical Israeli. This is not new. This is what Israel has always done. Israel does not respect agreements, does not respect truces, does not respect international law, and therefore we are continuing to face a situation where the Palestinians are freezing to death in terrible weather. Their makeshift tents are in shambles. Israel has not allowed the promised aid into Gaza. According to the truce agreement, Gaza is supposed to get a minimum of 600 trucks a day to 700 trucks. Did not go through. Israel did not allow that to happen. And Israel just came up with legislation just now, Shuruq, banning 37 aid groups that are active inside of Gaza. Now, all of this is basically genocide continues. This is what it means. Because if the Palestinians are going to continue to starve, they are going to continue to die because of the weather. Yesterday, tents went on fire because they were trying to heat their tents, and the tents caught on fire, and several people died in that fire. The Gaza is very short on medicine and medical services. So this is a genocide. The genocide continues. And what Israel has done since the declaration of the ceasefire is to make sure that Gaza is not a place where Palestinians can live, possibly hoping that at one point they would manage to find the route out of Gaza, and they can depopulate the strip of its own population. Again, it is the genocide and ethnic cleansing. So Israel is doing it, and Israel is getting away with it. And this is where the problem is. The problem is that Israel is getting away with murder, literally.
Well, unfortunately, this kind of manipulation that is still, the Palestinians still trapped, either with escalation, strikes, a starvation process, and all of that. So the visit of the Hollywood star Angelina Jolie to the Rafah cross-border and speaking to the Red Crescent and seeing the situation there, this can also be like a help, can again push further for the criminal law to be proceed or such so, but there's dozens and dozens of trucks waiting there and thousands of medical aids waiting there, and this, of course, as you said, like this is very bad conditions due to the weather, so either way they are trapped. So this can, I think, can help.
By going down to the border from the Egyptian side, of course, because she's not allowed into Gaza. What she does is that she communicates to the whole world the actual situation, and highlights the Palestinians' humanitarian plight. And this is fantastic. Somebody like Angelina Jolie is followed by hundreds of millions of people worldwide, and therefore any action like this by somebody like her takes out the message that the ceasefire is not really a ceasefire. Israel is still continuing to bar entry of goods into the Gaza Strip, and the Palestinians are facing a catastrophe. And the word catastrophe was used in the declaration of the Europeans who came out with a statement. 10 European countries came out with a statement describing the current situation in Gaza as a catastrophe. They said it is catastrophic. They demanded that Israel does not take action against the 37 humanitarian groups that are acting inside of Gaza, because that would be devastating to the Palestinian people, but also all of the food, medicine, and tents, and all of these trucks that are stuck at the border, they need to be let in immediately in order to ease the plight of the civilian population.
Yeah, of course, Mr. Ramzy, this is so devastating, because each time that we do inhale, then we find like dozens again dying every day, and especially unarmed. They are also targeting children, women, and this is the excuse that they crossed, or they were near to the yellow line, let's say. I call it red line, because either way, you're going to be dead. By the yellow line, not by the yellow line, you're going to be struck. They're also striking the vital institutions when it comes to hospitals, schools, homes. So I wish all the best for the Palestinians, but I don't know if we hope all these visits also that can contribute to make it like more influence for others to speak more, because this should stop soon. It's not just the UN, the EU, all the international organizations. They are including themselves, and they are compromising with Israel somehow, but nothing is happening.
Right. And why Israel continues to kill people beyond the yellow line is because it wants to establish a situation on the ground where even in the future, let's say we do get into the second phase, as per the demands of Donald Trump, the President of the United States, even when that happens, Israel wants to continue to have the right to kill Palestinians, civilians or combatants, anywhere inside of Gaza with impunity. The impunity that Israel has enjoyed since the 7th of October. Everything that Israel has done is got away with. So Israel has impunity, and Israel wants to keep that impunity. And therefore, on a daily basis, we find Palestinians getting killed, either shot or bombarded by Israel, in order to keep this as a fact on the ground. And this is very problematic. If the United States of America cannot demand that Israel stop this now, then why would Israel do anything in accordance with any agreement for the second phase, or even later on when they start calling whatever they achieve as a permanent solution? This is extremely problematic. And with all honesty, the onus is on the United States of America. That seems to be the only power that can actually stop Israeli actions, or at least has the ability to rein in Israel. But the United States of America is not doing it. Sometimes we hear statements or news leaks that there are differences between Trump and Netanyahu. But with all honesty, the situation on the ground is terrible. The United States can stop this, but the United States is not stopping it. So this is also another problem. If the Palestinians reach any agreement with Israel under the auspices of the United States of America, and with American guarantees. This is basically the ceasefire that is not a ceasefire today. That came with American guarantees, but these guarantees have not achieved anything.
Yes, Mr. Ramzy, I see this very ironic because I guess Netanyahu spent much time in the White House more than he spent it in his own office, and for Trump, he's like probably going to another direction with monitoring and watching the conflicts all over the world. Why don't you just finish this case? Like, what's happening? Today we find Trump speaking about Venezuela, speaking about Ethiopia, speaking about Sudan, speaking about India, speaking about every part of the world, and there is actions taken. So what's happening?
The biggest problem we face with Donald Trump is that he does not have any respect for international law. He just kidnapped the Venezuelan President Maduro and his wife, took them out of Venezuela, and he now wants to try them in a New York court. This is all against international law. It is all illegal. And Trump does not have any respect for international law. And therefore, we are expecting Trump to uphold international law and force Israel to stop its atrocities in Gaza, and not just Gaza. Shuruq, we also have a huge problem in the West Bank where Israel is actually stealing land, killing Palestinians, destroying their homes in a very aggressive and rapid manner. 2025, Israel was able to put its hand on 1 million dunums in the West Bank. And therefore, all of this is going to go towards settlements and settling the West Bank to ensure that there will never be a Palestinian state. And it's getting away with it. It's getting away with it because Trump has absolutely no respect for international law. And despite the fact that Trump came out saying, I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank, well, he is really allowing Israel to annex the West Bank in practical terms. And that's what Israel is doing. Israel is now destroying homes in towns and refugee camps in order to create a situation on the ground where the Israeli settlers and the military are able to move freely, and the Palestinians would be imprisoned in small enclaves, even inside of major Palestinian towns, such as Jenin and Tul
Yes,
Karen.
Mr. Ramzy, there's a lot to speak about. I'm sorry we are running out of time. Mr. Ramzy Khoury, the Jordanian journalist, I would like to thank you so much for your informative call.